Hey guys, it is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And as you guys can see by the title of today's video, looking at my notes, obeying leads to blessings. Obeying leads to blessings. And the scripture that God led me to in my time with him, Leviticus, the 26th chapter and the 11th verse. Oh, Leviticus. Don't really hear Leviticus that much, but that's where he led me. I said, wait, God, where is Leviticus? Just being honest. I know Leviticus is one of the Bible, the scripture, the books of the Bible. Of course, I know that. But I said, God, it's been a minute since I've been in Leviticus. But yeah, he took me back to Leviticus, the 26th chapter and the 11th verse. Obeying leads to blessings. And what I wrote down here, it says, when we obey and do what God has called us to do, we get blessed. Obedience leads to blessings is what God was talking to me about, because God was talking to me about, something that he'd asked me to do, and he told me to do it. And, I said, God, not now, I'll do it later. Yes, I did. The nerves of me. Yes, I did. Guys, go check that video out. I talk about it a few videos back. But obedience leads to blessings. And it's what God was talking to me about when he took me to Leviticus. God was saying, just think about it. God said, think about it. If you listen to me, do what I tell you to do. God said, think about that. Obedience leads to blessings. God said, think about what I'm trying to tell you. If I tell you to do something, don't you think something good's going to come out of it? Obedience leads to blessings. And I said, God, God, I know you're right. You're right, God. God, you're right. That's what I said. I'm just telling y'all what I said. I said, God, you're right. God, you're right, God. I should have obeyed you, God, and did that when you told me to do it, and not an hour or two later. Because God's timing is important. But God said obedience leads to blessings. And he led me to Leviticus. And I said, God, as I began to think about what God said, I said, God, okay, if you tell me to do something and I obey you, it's going to lead to blessings. I'm not saying every time now, y'all. Come on, don't take it all out of text. But even if it doesn't matter, even if I obey him, I know it's going to lead to something good. If it doesn't bless me, it may bless somebody else. And I said, you know what? And it's the importance of listening to God. It is that importance of being obedience and listening to God. God was just trying to get me to understand the importance of obeying him and the importance of listening to him and doing his will and doing what he's telling me to do. God was just letting me know. If you listen to me, God said it's going to lead you somewhere great. It's going to lead you. It's going to help you. God said it's going to help you. God said, just listen to me. Listen to me. Be obedient. Do what I tell you to do. And I'm just telling y'all from experience. I'm just speaking from experience. Every time I'm obedient to God, every time I do what God tells me to do, it always leads to nothing but goodness, nothing but spiritual growth, love, obedience. It leads me to his mercy, his love, his faithfulness. It just leads me into blessings for me and my family, blessings for my spiritual growth. I'm telling you, every time I listen to God, it gives me comfort in knowing. Because you know how sometimes, let me talk about this. You know how sometimes we can go to family and friend for advice and we listen to them and it don't lead you. It don't lead you nowhere. I'm just saying. I'm just using that as an example, y'all. We listen to man and it don't really work out. But it gives me comfort in knowing that every time I listen to God gonna steer me in the right place. It's gonna lead to something good. Think about that. Think about it. every time you listen to God, obey God, do what God tells you to do, it's gonna lead you somewhere good. I can think about some times. Let me keep it real. I can think about some times I was obedient to God, and it led me somewhere, but it didn't feel good. It didn't. Y'all know what I mean. It didn't feel good. It didn't. But it was for my good. Let me just say it like that. It was for my good. Though you slay me, yet will I trust you. But yeah, I get excited. I get excited thinking about God and just all that God has done for me. I get so excited. But it's what God was ministering to me about. And I'm telling you, that thing really hit me. And I said, you know what, God, you're right. I can't. Every time I listen to God, I know it's something good. It's a blessing. It's something great, something amazing. It's something and God is that one person that you want to get instructions from. God is that one person that you want telling you to do, what to do, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. Now, we can't depend on man. Man ain't going to always, taking the advice of man ain't going to always work out right. Most of the time, it ain't going to work out right. Most of the time. But think about it. Every time God tells you something, it's a guarantee. It's a guarantee. It's a guarantee it's going to work out. Think about it. I say, you know what, God? That makes sense. And I'm telling you, that gives me such confidence and assurance and trust in God, because I know I can trust God, and I know what God tells me to do, and when he tells me to do it, I know something good's going to come out of it. Come on. I said, girl, you got to start listening more. You got to start being more obedient, because it's a guarantee with God. Ain't no guarantee with man. I'm just saying. Ain't no guarantee with man. It ain't guaranteed. Hey. But all right, this is what God wanted me to come and talk about. Obedience leads to blessings. Don't you want to be blessed? I do. I do. I want to be blessed, stay blessed, and bless, and bless others. All of that. Obedience leads to blessings. That's what God wanted me to come and talk about today. Your obedience will lead to blessings. All right, guys, this is Arika Misha. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to go in the description box, click on that link to my second channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.